So welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the October monthly favorites. And as we start to get into this, I want to quickly apologize for not having any Halloween tutorials up this year. October for me was a crazy month. Well, really the last 8 weeks have been really kind of different and crazy for me and very life-changing. So here's my little guy. He is a single coat black Pomeranian and he's about 9 weeks old, 9 to 10 weeks old. I got him at 8 weeks and he's growing so fast. And sometimes I miss him, and if he's asleep, I will pick him up and hold him anyways, like now. He's all mine. So I'm so lucky to have him. He's a good little boy and he's very playful and he takes a lot of work. But I do have a degree in fashion design, so I actually went back to design. I'm actually now working on social media. I will be working on social media for the shop I'm working at, and we actually do have a couple models. So I will be doing the styling, taking the pictures, and right now I'm also doing the visual displays for that store, and I'm also helping to manage the store. And it's really fun just to kind of take a step back into fashion, but at the same time, like I mentioned, I really definitely miss makeup. What I do like about working in fashion though is I've noticed like I never really lost some amount of creative juice when it came to styling certain pieces. And I'm really grateful that I had retail experience at Macy's the year before, because it's really taught me a lot about putting together window displays. So that's really going well, and I think in time I will probably stop missing makeup. Makeup does have its downsides when you're working on customers, doing consultations like that. So I'll be really happy to do that off on my own business, no pressure, and I really hope to see that take off. But in the meantime, I think I'm sitting pretty well doing visual displays and definitely taking home hourly, so that's definitely going to help me financially. He wants to sit on the floor. So let's go ahead now and share with you my monthly favorites. Some of my favorites this month include the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca Studded Kiss lipsticks. And the reason I love these lipsticks is because they kind of are matte, and the ones with shimmer in them have sort of like a real true cream color base. So they really do pop and they work beautifully. And I'm so glad that I got these minis, because I have been eyeballing the full-size lipsticks for a million years, and I'm like, dude, why don't you just get the minis, and that way you don't have to decide which color you want. Because if you buy two full-size Kat Von D lipsticks, you basically paid for this whole kit. And I like variety, so I was like, let's just do it. Let's just get the set. And I'm just like, I wear them almost every day. I definitely wear Noble almost every single day. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get a full size of that yet, because I'm not really a backup person. I think there's always something new, bigger, badder, and badass coming out. And so I always kind of wait to see, because I think that a couple of these are permanent. Is the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca eyeshadow palette. This is to die for. If you haven't gotten your hands on a Christmas kit yet, I highly recommend this, because a lot of the Kat Von D products are going to contain absolutely no animal byproducts. Her line is getting so much better since she's the one kind of more owning and operating it hands-on. She is managing her YouTube channel, or really putting a lot of effort into it. And of course, the fact that she has gone vegan has definitely, I think, played a huge part into what has now become her makeup line. It's definitely become a lot better. I think back when it was getting kind of lumped together with Tokidoki, with Hello Kitty, I think there's just a lot of stuff going on with the Sephora brand. It's in it of itself. So my other favorites include the Physicians Formula. This is the Nude Wear Touch of Glow palette in the shade Light, and I use this kind of as a skin finish. I don't use it as my main contour, my main highlighter, or my main blush shade. I just kind of use this as a blurring optical illusion tool to give me that kind of really subtle, supple, glowing skin, that kind of, I don't know, lit from within thing. Anyways, It's awesome. I like it. And I did really want to get something that I can keep for a long time that's in this kind of nude wear packaging, just because I love the nude wear packaging. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I love the nude wear packaging. I just do. Anyways, I don't really think you should buy your cosmetics just for the packaging. Ow, I just hit my... Anyway, I don't think you should buy the cosmetics just for the packaging. Okay, but sometimes you should. Alright, so the next one I'm going to share with you that I really like is the Milani Coral Cove Powder Blush. Not only is this beautiful and fun to look at and cheers you up right away, it is gorgeous with a green or a blue smoky eye, or maybe even just a nude face look. It's awesome. And I wear every day is the Wet n Wild Fairtrade Coffee Color Icon Blush and Glow Trio. You can see I have hit pan in the highlighter already. This is a frosty, high shine, high shimmer, eccentric, gorgeous sheen. So it's becoming fall, it's becoming winter. And with that being said, the sun is setting, the moon is rising, the rain is falling, and the winds are just turning into icy or colder winds. And now with that being said, when the sun is shining bright on the sea, it tends to make any glitter reflective makeup kind of make your eyes too sensitive, and it's just a harsh reality that nobody needs to face head on. So lip glitters, I have to bust these out as soon as the weather changes because I love me some hot glitter. These glitters look great when you're wearing a simple outfit, a totally fancy, incredible outfit, and they could be for casual or for something, you know, feminine, something high fashion. If you really want to go a little bit more formal, you can always use it as glitter liner. If you want to do something very casual, you could do a smoky eye with a glitter all over the lid. The sky's really the limit, and it doesn't have to be used just to look like little kid, overly girly, theatrical makeup. So, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about favorite shows, favorite TV shows. Recently, new movies that came out in the theater. One of my favorites that I think is an absolute must-see is Gem. I highly recommend it because it takes something that was based in the 80s, that was, you know, a TV show, adorable TV show from the 80s, and they made it modern and in the movie, but they still didn't strip Gem away from it. In fact, they introduced the plot in a way that made sense in a modern yet scientific, sci-fi kind of fun way. And yet the sci-fi didn't take away from the movie itself. They really kind of made it all flow together. Honestly, I think the Gem and the Holograms cartoon gets a little bit more sci-fi, and it's really all about magic with synergy and the earrings and the morphing from Jericho to Gem. And with the Gem movie, it kind of explains it and brings the show into the present. I always felt like the way they sketched the cartoon, the woman would have been maybe, I don't know, early 30s, late 20s. And then they hired a group of young girls to play the Gem and the Holograms characters, which I guess makes sense since they grew up together. And now this is like their first real world break. And it makes sense that they're now adults and they're trying to make it in the world, and they grew up as foster sisters. So they introduce that whole storyline and make it modern. I just totally, if you're a girl who loves makeup and fashion, and you have any close sisters, relatives, or whatever that grew up in the 80s, I highly recommend seeing it together so your two worlds can kind of meet and just have a fun time at the movies. I highly, highly recommend seeing, if you're going to see anything at the movie, is Sicario. I think it definitely gets into the details of stuff the government doesn't really want us to know, and I think that's why the movie wasn't highly publicized. So I definitely highly recommend seeing it. I think her name is Emma Bunton, did a phenomenal job playing her American character. I thought it was amazing. From seeing her go from Devil Wears Prada, which is sort of a snarly, nasty character, superficial character, to somebody who was just like, wow, you know, FBI agent, kind of like, you know, a female hero. You know, if you grew up with certain actors or you really like certain movies, I highly recommend seeing them evolve. And Sicario is a great movie, so I highly recommend seeing it. TV shows. I hate American Horror Story. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to those who love Lady Gaga. I have nothing against her, but dang, what the heck is with the creature that crawls out of the bed? Like, I just don't understand the appeal. I think everybody and their mom is just watching it just to see Lady Gaga. And if that's what makes your world go around and float your boat, that's cool, but it just doesn't float mine. I hate that movie, or I hate that show. And it lasts, it's like an hour. It's like an hour of disgustingness. No, thank you, I'm good. Last Mission Impossible was really great. I like suspense, but when a lot of people are saying American Horror Story is suspense, for me, Desperate Housewives was suspense because they left you kind of hanging and you had to see the next episode. And to me, the stories were fathomable. The stories made sense. And even if the stories weren't all proper, prime, and pretty, and they had a lot of, you know, murders, twisted plots, at least for me, it grabbed you. And I feel like, for me, it's just, like, I can't follow the plot in American Horror Story. Maybe I just don't get it, but I can't follow the plot in American Horror Story. If you get it, tell me in the comment section below, because I don't want to offend you if it's your favorite show, but really, it's all good if you don't like my shows. My feelings aren't hurt. But anyways, talking about Thanksgiving. What are you guys going to do for Thanksgiving? And what would you like for me to share with you in terms of Thanksgiving? Do you want me to show you my ideas? I think maybe I'll do a dish, and maybe I'll do a tofurkey review. I think that would be really cool. Or maybe even talk about the whole meal. The thing is, I'm not going to be probably cooking the whole meal. I'm probably going to be bringing 2 dishes. And even if I do end up hosting the meal, I'll still be bringing 2 dishes, if that makes any sense. Because people are going to want their favorites as well. And it just that kind of happens when you're living in a multiple, I guess, household where it's people who grew up with different things that want their comforts. So that's just the way it is. And I look forward to it. I think we can all learn and share, and it's going to be great. So I'm making a tofurkey, I'm making a dish, and I think I filmed my Christmas, and I recently made it public again. There's just a lot of reasons why I made it private in the past. But I made it public recently again because it makes me happy to see it. It makes others happy to see it. I liked the way I filmed it. It felt real. And it would have made me happy watching that from somebody else's end, just to see the real true joy of what people get to do on the holidays, and not so much a gift haul, or not so much a here's my fancy spread, I got a lot of money, here you go. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. My dog needs me, and yeah, I'll see you guys for November. I'll see you guys next time.